Let's talk about outdoor adventures during perimenopause and how I'm navigating the changes. Okay, let's be real. No one warned me that perimenopause would turn my outdoor adventures into a science experiment. One day, my skin feels like it's allergic to the sun, and the next, I'm sweating buckets and freezing in the same 5 minutes. And don't even get me started on recovery. 5 days to bounce back from a ski tour? Is that what's happening now? If you're an outdoor woman wondering why your body feels like it's suddenly running on chaos mode, you are not alone. And also, hit me up in the comments because it's true. Misery loves company. Today, I'm sharing the real, raw, and sometimes hilarious ways perimenopause has hijacked my adventures as an almost 43-year-old woman and how I'm finding my way back to doing what I love. First up, skin sensitivity. Ugh. Ugh. I'm 42, so it's been a real wild ride to realize I've devolved into a teenager again with hormonal acne. It was the first perimenopause symptom I noticed about a year ago. And honestly, I didn't put two and two together for a long time. I just thought my face hated my sunscreen because I would break out a few days after playing outside when I'd slather on all the sunscreen or beneath my ski goggle line where the foam touched my face. Eventually, I went to a dermatologist who prescribed tretinoin. Yes, the anti-wrinkle cream also helps with acne. It's helped a ton, but it comes with trade-offs, especially for outdoor women. Here in Colorado, we see tons of sun, and we're a lot closer to it than those who live at sea level. And the tretinoin has made my skin super sensitive. So I have less acne, but now I have to wear twice the amount of sunscreen I ever have before in my life, and my face gets really dry and chapped after long days on the high alpine. Cool. Next up, change number 2. My body just quit recovering after big outdoor days. I'll preface this by sharing that I have worn a Garmin watch on my wrist every single day for 24 hours a day for at least 7 years. So that's where a lot of my data comes from. I don't know if I think the numbers are specifically accurate, but I've worn one for so long that I think they provide good information for me relatively as a basis of comparison over time. And what I've learned in perimenopause is that both my watch and my body are telling me I can't go as hard as I once did. 10 years ago, I'd go skiing or backcountry skiing at least 4 or 5 days a week, and my body was strong and thriving. Last week, I did a big uphill day climbing 2,000 feet of vertical gain, and you know what happened? I crashed hard.
Ah, holy I'm dying.
I slept horrifically that night, even though the effort was done by like 1 p.m. And my stress levels spiked for the next 5 days. Today is Wednesday, and I just felt like myself yesterday, a whopping 6 days later. What the hell? With my Garmin, I track my HRV or heart rate variability. That's basically the tiny variations in time between your heartbeats, and it's one of the best indicators of how well your body is recovering. A higher HRV generally means your nervous system is balanced and ready for action, while a lower HRV could signal that your body is tired or stressed. And you can see in these videos that I have a once per month undulation where my HRV drops down into the 40s and 50s. That's the week before my period. And then I have to build it back up and spend the rest of the month back in the 60s or even 70s, which is much healthier. What I've learned, I need more active days now where my heart rate stays in zone 2 rather than redlining the way those extreme skier days or bike days do. I've really leaned into traditional strength training and try to lift heavy at least 3 to 4 times per week. And my heart rate barely cracks 100 when I do that. But it means I'm both stronger and recovered better for those 1 to 2 times per week when I'm able to get my endurance fix outside. And next, we have those periods. We are about to get graphic for the third change that I've been navigating, but that's okay. We're all women here, and we all deal with this. Historically, I've always been someone with really easy periods. They didn't faze me, and they've basically been a non-issue. Not the case anymore. For starters, they are regular as hell. Sometimes they're 21 days apart. Other times they're 30 days apart. That means I have no way of predicting when they'll happen now, which can really suck. When we were hiking Buckskin Gulch over Thanksgiving, I literally started my period in the middle of a slot canyon, a whopping 10 days before I had been expecting it. Literally in a slot canyon, I looked at my husband and I was like, I have nothing. I have no tampons. I have nothing. And we are in a slot canyon. But even worse than that is that they are so much heavier now. Gross, but it feels like all the blood is pouring out of my body over a 24-hour period of time. Sure, it's nice that they're shorter. They're done within like 2 days now, but those 2 days are kind of a disaster. I've actually found myself scheduling outdoor activities around them when I can because I worry that it won't go well if I'm in the middle of the backcountry. And no one wants to experience the personal hell of bleeding inside your waterproof snow pants. Am I right? Last, but certainly not least, is the worst symptom for me thus far. Let's talk about stress and sleep, or a lack thereof. It has taken me almost a year to figure this out, but I finally realized that the week before I start my period, my stress levels spike for no good reason. If I look at my Garmin watch, it'll show around the clock stress levels that are obscenely high, which is a stark contrast to what it looks like the rest of the time. And it shows particularly high stress levels in the middle of the night, which is super cool because that's when I'm actually supposed to be sleeping. And resting. Often those nights get so bad that the stress spikes and wakes me up for the day around 3 or 4 a.m. It's like an alpine start that I never asked for. Sometimes I'll get up and try to get a workout in or go for dawn patrol, winter hike or something, but I'm often so exhausted from a lack of sleep that I just end up drinking more coffee than I should. By the time my family wakes up at like 7 a.m., I feel like I've lived an entire day already. Honestly, this one has been the hardest for me. I am very much a woman who needs outdoor activity for my mental health. In the past, when I've had an emergency C-section or my 2 knee surgeries and couldn't recreate outside for a while, the toughest part was staying mentally sane. So when these quasi insomnia binges roll around every month and I'm so exhausted, I'm never sure how to handle it. Experts say to let yourself rest because that you need it. And I know that's true. I know what my body needs that. But I also know that my brain will feel a lot better if I do a little movement outside. So I've been working really hard to find that balance there. And honestly, I haven't found the sweet spot just yet. These are just a few ways that perimenopause has flipped my outdoor lifestyle upside down. But here is the thing. Those challenges have not stopped me. They've just made me rethink how I approach the adventures that I love. Because here is the truth. Perimenopause has brought a whole new set of challenges to my outdoor adventures. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. It's tested my patience, my resilience, and honestly, even my sense of humor. But you know what? It's also made me stronger mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I've really learned to become in tune with my body because no one else is going to figure out what's going on in here. I've learned to adjust, adapt, and give myself grace when things don't go as planned. Some days it's really frustrating, but most days I remind myself that I'm still out here doing what I love, even if it looks just a bit different now. If you're an outdoor woman navigating perimenopause, know this: you are not alone. We are figuring this out together, one step or one ski tour at a time. And the mountains, the trails, the adventures, they will always be waiting for us, no matter what life throws our way. Let me know in the comments how you've adapted your lifestyle through perimenopause, because seriously, I can use some tips. Or if you're just getting started in this journey, know that I'm here for you. And I'll see you soon for more real talk as an outdoor woman.